Hi, my name is Miguel, and in the forums you can see me as a Kami. Today I want to start a video blog because I try to upload pictures, and because of the quality restrictions I decided to just go ahead and film some videos. Now the army that I will be showcasing in this case will be my orcs and goblins, which I bought from a friend as a second-hand army, which is basically the way that I start most of my armies. I don't usually buy them first-hand. And since I've been painting miniatures for so long, I just didn't want to spend another 2 to 3 years painting the same things over and over again. So I decided to go ahead, do some research, and find a new technique that will allow me to paint them as fast as possible, but also keeping them, looking a little bit good. Now this is easier said than done, because most people will go ahead and just do something called dipping or similar techniques that I don't really like. In my opinion, they are kind of messy. So what I decided is just to try something new, and this new stuff was basically priming everything on white, which is something new for me because I used to do that on black, and using washes and inks. Now washes and inks are something that a lot of people know already, so it's nothing new under the sun. This is the new range that Citadel creates. Like this one, this is a yellow ink, and for instance this is one of the most used out there, the Agrax Earthshade, previously known as Devlin Mud. And instead of using any kind of solid colors, the typical paints that everybody uses, I decided to go ahead and try mixing washes and doing something a little bit different. And it turned out, in my opinion, rather well, but let me show you some examples. Right here, these are my night goblins, okay, with spears, and all that you see there are inks. There are very few things that are not painted with inks, mostly the metals, like the spear tips or the gong here. And there is a little bit of highlights on pure yellow on the shields. And this is all made by washes, okay? Now, I will make some tutorials to show how to achieve these same results, but it's really easy. It doesn't take that time at all. I painted this unit, I think, in around 3-4 days, and that was it. That was really easy, really fast, and compared to what I usually take to paint something this big, which will be around 3 weeks maybe, it was great. So I'll try to share this with you guys, okay? Let me show you some other examples as well. The cool thing about washes is that they work perfectly fine, both with the small miniatures and big ones, like this one. This baby here is painted as well, all with washes, okay? Some highlights, yeah, I'm gonna show you. Some highlights, like the rim on the caprice, the chitinous body of the spider, is with pure yellow. But the goblins on top, they are inks. The wood, inks. And, well, the highlights of fangs, they're white, but everything else with inks besides the eyes, okay? So this is a really good scheme that you can use for, I don't know, tyranids, for instance, or other insects or anything else. Maybe I paint my elves like blue and yellow as well, so I guess that I could do a transition in this way. But as you can see, it works really well on these things as well. Now, you see these rocks right here? These rocks only have one wash, although most of the spider itself has a couple of washes, just combine one with each other. The beauty of this technique is that it can be used both on big models, small models, and even characters and things like, that tend to attract attention. Now, the cool stuff as well is that you can combine it with more classical or more typical techniques, like, using your paints. Like this yellow moon right here. This is, well, my camera's not great for that, but this is a freehand model. But the rest of the model itself has been painted with washes. Same with this one. This guy here, washes. Everything's washed. So you can use these for anything. I mean, it's not that it's gonna make the miniatures look, cheaply painted, because you can accommodate the technique to whatever you want. If you need to make characters stand off a little bit more, you can always go back to them and use your regular techniques, like freehands or a little bit of highlights here and there. Now all of my models, I start with one thing: you have to clean them real well. No, you cannot leave any kind of materials that might make the wash look bad. And in this case, all those mold lines have to go, because washes will tend to accumulate in those gaps, and therefore you need to get rid of them real fast. Otherwise, whenever you're painting them, they're gonna come out really evidently. So, and after you clean your miniatures and you make sure that they don't have any oil, which you need to clean up with, you know, soap or whatever, I use a really cheap primer. In this case, since I live in the United States, I'm not from the United States, but I live there. This is what I buy. I buy it at Walmart, and it costs like $2, which is €2 or something like that. And it works just as well, if not better, than Games Workshop, you know, the so well-known spray primer. It's really important that you buy something that is a primer and that is flat, that it has no shine whatsoever, because inks need to grab something, okay? So flat surfaces, prime it with something like this, will keep the paint somewhere. Right now I'm engaged painting these two guys, which are going to go to my my blog, the painting log that I'm doing. And this is primed white, but I already started making some progress with the skin. And this is real simple work. This is only Raglan shade, which is this ink. Let me see, right? And I applied it twice, let it dry in between, and there you go, a nice tone for skin. Whenever you see these accumulations of inks, you can always fix those with something else, like some tattoos or whatever. But they are not so evident, and the result is actually really good. This clothing is going to help me to showcase some of my techniques to achieve different kinds of shades and colors. Same with this giant. Okay, really important. Clean everything. Make sure that the miniature is primed real well. Okay, a nice coat of white, because you need it white. You cannot use anything else. Black will not help, but white is perfect. And as you can see, the miniatures will stand out with really bright colors, like these guys over here. Okay, and they will attract the attention. I mean, they will not win any golden demons, but they will look good enough to be on the table, and you know, make you proud when you play with them, at least on the paint side of the hobby, because as me winning games is not it's not really common. All right, hope you like it. Keep tuned to this, and we'll come back next time with some painting tutorials about the giants themselves.